No, hey, what's going on, guys? Just sitting here doing some Father's Day shopping. Yeah, because 1 week till Father's Day. So, it's time to do my Father's Day buying guide. Yeah, Father's Day is a week from today. What better way to say thank you to Pops than fragrance? And I got some great ones for you. So stay tuned, we got a lot to go over. Cue that intro. Welcome back, Fragrance family, to another episode of My Two Cents. My name is Brian, and this is the show all about boosting your confidence through the art of fragrance and becoming a lasting scent memory. So glad to have you all back, and I hope you all are doing frickin' amazing. In today's episode, we are going to do a helpful buying guide for your pops. Yeah, for Father's Day. And real quick, I just want to say thank you to all you fathers out there, or soon-to-be fathers. Thank you so much for your hard work and dedication. This episode is for you. This is not going to be just a buying guide for something you get your pops. It's also a helpful buying guide for you. Yeah, I mean, maybe you just want to get yourself something for Father's Day. I mean, I always get myself something for Father's Day. I'm not necessarily a dad. I got a 100-pound French Mastiff mix that's basically like my son. Yeah, and he doesn't give me anything, so... But I'm sure he would if he could, but he can't. So, I just get it for myself. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these buying something special for your pops whiffs and sniffs. So the way that I'm going to be doing this is I've got 15 fragrances. And I've got 5 different categories, and each category is going to have a niche, a designer, and a cheapie. So something for everyone. And Dad, if you're watching, none of these I got you for Father's Day. Or are they? You'll never know. This first category is going to be for those younger dads out there. Yeah, still free-spirited. Also for those more mature gentlemen out there that actually still are young at heart. First up, I'm going to go with my niche. And it comes from the house of Parfums de Marly, and it's Sedley. I'm not going to go through like a whole big note breakdown with you guys, but I'm just going to tell you why I think this would be great for your dad. This is Parfums de Marly blue fragrance. Mint and citrus up top. It's got a really alluring scent trail behind it. It's highly versatile, especially in the spring and summer in the heat. It's a blue fragrance, so therefore it can be worn in pretty much any occasion. And if your dad leans more towards like Bleu de Chanel or Dior Sauvage, this would be a great fragrance to up his game just a little bit. Just to set him apart from all the rest of his friends. So check out Parfums de Marly, Sedley. And the designer I'm going with is not Dior Sauvage, but is a predecessor. It is Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. This was Prada's way of sticking it to Dior and saying, hey, you can do Sauvage, we'll do Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. It's got ambroxan, it's got citrus and spice and minerality with cold carbon. It's a great signature scent. Inoffensive, perfect for the office, perfect for all year round, and it will set your dad apart again from the rest of his friends that might be wearing Dior Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, and so on and so forth. Check out Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. This next one is my cheapie, and it is Dunhill Desire. I used to wear the crap out of this when I was in high school. It came out 21 years ago. But I've always loved this fragrance. I think the bottle is really stinking cool. It's a beautiful aromatic that can be worn all year round. It could be a signature scent. I highly recommend it, especially for the price you can get it. This pops up at rack stores all the time, around the $16.99 price tag. You can find it on discounters between $20, $25 for 100 ml. It's a great fragrance and would be great for your pops. Next is for those office working dads. So you need something that's inoffensive, fresh and clean, and just will last all day. And my niche pick comes from the house of Xerjoff, the Casamorati line. Mefisto, Genitluomo. I love this. Barbershop fougere, but it's more modern. It's super long lasting. This will get your dad through his 8-hour workday, be completely inoffensive at work, and he will be the best smelling guy in the office. And don't you want your dad to be known as the best smelling dad in the office? I know I would want to be known as the best smelling dad in the office. Beautiful fougere, highly recommend. Mefisto, Genitluomo. Next comes from the house of Chanel, and it's not Bleu de Chanel. It's Chanel Platinum Egoiste. I love this fragrance. If your dad is a boss or he's looking to get that raise at work, this is it right here. All the florals that you could possibly imagine. It's completely inoffensive. It is the perfect aromatic, fresh and clean fragrance for your pops. Highly recommend getting your dad the boss of designer fragrances, and that's Chanel Platinum Egoiste. Next one's this super cheapie. Well, not super cheap, but you can get this at Burlington right now. I've seen popping up for about 25 bucks. It comes from the house of Hugo Boss, and it's Man. I believe this used to be called Man Orange or Orange Man. Why? Because it's got a really nice kind of dark orange right up top. It dries down with a beautiful incense. Again, highly versatile, can be a signature scent, can be worn in pretty much any season, all year round. And your dad could keep this in the office, reapply it, because it's not a super long-lasting fragrance. It'll get him noticed at the office. So definitely, I would check out Hugo Boss Man. Next category is for the rugged dad, the dad who gets his hands dirty. My niche pick is Atkinsons Big Bad Cedar. If your dad likes woody fragrances, this would be a great fragrance for him. It's got a really nice cedar note to it, and it sticks around all the way through. A little bit of citrus, but a lot of cedar. If your dad is big, bad, and rugged, I would totally check out Atkinsons Big Bad Cedar. Your dad's an icon, so I would get him an iconic fragrance, and that's Dior Fahrenheit. The benzene in it is addictive. It'll go down in the history books of fragrance because it is a masterpiece. It's an icon. It's not as long lasting as it used to be, but your dad can keep it around with him at work and reapply. It'll cut through the sweat and the heat. It is a great, fresh, clean fragrance with a lot of depth. So definitely check out Dior Fahrenheit. Next is a cheapie. It's discontinued, but you can still find it at discounters, and it does pop up at your rack stores every now and then. And it's Kenneth Cole Signature. Get a really nice orange note up top, and again, that really nice woody cedar. Pretty long-lasting fragrance for a cheapie. I get between 6 and 8 hours with it. If your dad's one of those guys that likes to wear really masculine signature scents, I would check out Kenneth Cole's Signature. Next up is for the more mature fathers, like my dad. He's going to be 82 this year, but he still rocks some awesome fragrances. Why? Well, because I buy them for him. My niche pick is Creed Viking. In my top 5 Creed fragrances of all time, yeah, it is reminiscent of Old Spice, but done way better. It's way more rounded, and it doesn't smell exactly like Old Spice. It's reminiscent of it. Get this really nice mint up top, and then in the full dry down, it's very nice and woody. Great signature scent. I believe can be worn all year round. Yeah, definitely check out Creed Viking. Though, I consider this house a niche house. It's going to fit in the designer. And it's L'Homme Ideal Latence by Guerlain. My dad loves this fragrance. He wears it all the time. I got it for him, I don't know, probably about 6 months ago. This is a nice, spicy, sweet, woody fragrance. It is awesome. Though it's not really easy to find cheap. You're looking at I think the cheapest I found was $90+ for this. It is modern but mature. It is a great fragrance. So it can be worn as a signature scent, could be worn more in the fall and winter, though you could wear it in the spring and summer as long as you're, lighter on the sprays, but I highly suggest L'Homme Ideal Intense. This is another niche house that falls into my cheapie realm. Why? Because right now at discounters like Fragrance Net, Fragrance X, you can find Aqua de Parma, Colonia, around $60 for a 75ml bottle. That's pretty freaking good. This fragrance dates back to 1916. Presidents used to wear it. It is definitely a classic fougere, but you get such awesome citrus right up top. It is an eau de cologne concentration, but again, your dad could keep it in the office. Maybe you could buy him a little travel atomizer where he could decant some out and take it with him. Not the longest lasting, but is a familiar, dapper, masculine, mature fragrance. Check out Aqua de Parma, Colonia. Next up is for the date night dads. Yeah, your mom and dad go on a lot of dates? Well, he needs a fragrance to go along with him. And my niche pick is Zaharoff. That is Signature Noir. A lot like the Signature Pour Homme, but a little bit darker and spicier. I'm really digging this house. I'm loving all of his fragrances. I will be doing my full review on this. 60 ml bottle, I think it's $95, maybe $120, but I think it's $95. You can get the trifecta, which means you could get all 3 of them for your dad for less than $300, and he would have every fragrance that he needs for an arsenal. I highly suggest getting him any of the Zaharoff signature collection. They're freaking fantastic. So maybe your dad is an Invictus guy. Maybe he's been wearing and rocking Invictus, but you know, he needs to up his game a little bit. I would suggest Invictus Victory. Yeah, this is part of my wish list. I didn't forget about it. I've just been testing it out, so I'll be doing my full review on it soon. This is the Invictus I've been waiting for. This is the Invictus that is meant for me. And I think it would go great for your dad. Why? If he tends to lean towards that Invictus, this still has the Invictus DNA, but the sweetness is dumbed down just a little bit, and it's got some darkness, some depth, some spiciness, a little touch of like semi-gourmand to it. Not really, but it is so much, it's so good. It's the only Invictus I own, and it's the only Invictus that has really done it for me. I stinking love this, but it'd be perfect for date nights. It is a mass appealing fragrance. Definitely better for the fall and winter. I wouldn't really recommend wearing it in the high heat of the summer. It can become very cloying, maybe give you a headache. But fall, winter, and date nights, this would be perfect. You might end up with another brother and sister. It's that good. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, another one I got from my dad, and he loves it. It's Bentley Intense for Men. Yes, super hyped. I know. And it's totally well-deserved. This is mature. This is amazing to start off with. It is made by Bentley. It makes you feel like a Bentley because it smells so expensive. And for the price that you can get this at, I would highly suggest getting this for your dad. Your mom will love it. Hell, everybody at the restaurant or wherever they're going out on the town will love it. It's long-lasting, has a beautiful sillage. And yeah, it's a beast. I got this bottle for $14 at Burlington. Not saying you're going to find it for that price, but you know, keep your eyes out. You got 7 days. Definitely see if you can't find Bentley Intense for Men for your pops. All right, guys, that's it. That concludes my buying guide for Father's Day. I hope that this helps in any way, shape, or form. You've only got 1 week. And all these fragrances will be down in the description below where you can find them at the best price. I'll leave them all the discounters, leave links so you can go over just 1 click and get you some great fragrances for your dad. But yeah, don't forget, 1 week. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, you're stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.